What is up, Baggies fans, and welcome to another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the summer transfer window and where we potentially need to strengthen. So I'm going to give you my thoughts, and then I want to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below of who we need to replace, who needs to be sold, who we need to bring in, and what areas you think we need to strengthen. So yeah, with Ryan Mason now in charge of West Brom Albion, it's poised to be an exciting summer transfer window for us. We're diving into potential signings that could bolster our squad in key areas. The areas I'm thinking are right back, left back, centre mid and striker, and potentially a winger. So let's explore who could be donning the blue and white stripes next season. Starting off at right back, obviously we've had Darnell Furlong playing there for quite a few years now. He's been, reliable to a certain extent, but also the last couple of games he's not seemed that interested. Obviously being substituted and throwing his shirt on the floor really kind of shows the mentality that he's got, and I think now would possibly be a time to move him on if we could do. Get a bit of money for him, which is a shame because he, as I say, he's a very good player. He's very good in the air. The long ball from the throwing that he can do is fantastic, but is it one that we now, too long in the tough that we need to be looking to move on? And one intriguing option, obviously now we've signed Ryan Mason as manager, I think we'll probably be diving into the Spurs Academy quite a lot. And Matthew Craig from Tottenham Hotspur, who's on loan at Mansfield last year, I think he'd be a great little signing for us. Young, versatile, his experience at both right back and centre midfield, and obviously with the connections, I think it could be mutual beneficial for us. And I think that's possibly where we need to be looking. We need to be looking at the younger lads that we can possibly bring in either on loan, or if we obviously sell Tom Fellows, and we can start to look at purchasing players. But yeah, I think we should start to looking at bringing some more youth through, and I think that would be fantastic for us. At left back, it's a difficult one. Callum Styles can play left back. Just think he struggles with the height of the game. I think he is more suited for that centre mid role, which is a bit of a shame. Obviously, if we have Hegem playing at left back, then I think we lose him in centre back, which is a shame because he's a fantastic player, Hegem, and he can play both roles really well. And I think left back probably suits him, but then obviously at centre back he's so big and strong. And a potential target for left back is Kane Ramsey, who played for Charlton last year, and obviously they've been promoted. However, with Charlton in disarray, with the manager potentially leaving to go to Cardiff, I now think it would be a good time for us to go in and possibly see if we can get a cheap deal for him. Young again, fantastic, and had a really good season with Charlton, and I think he'd be a fantastic signing for us if we could get him on the cheap, as funds are not going to be good for us. Now, moving on to centre-back. Now, we've obviously Semi Ajayi leaving, and I think potentially, possibly moving on Cole Bartley. I think his legs have kind of let him go those last couple of games, and he just really didn't look that astute against Luton in the last game. He got turned inside and out, and I think that's possibly where we potentially need to bring somebody in. Obviously, we had Caleb Taylor on loan at Wickham last season. They did really well to finish where they did. And I think he could be integrated into the first team. I don't think we should be rushing him in, but he could be somebody we could look at bringing in. Okay, he's probably not the quickest, but I think partnered with somebody like Hegem, who has got that pace, I think they could work really well together as a dynamic duo. Another potential loan that we could look at from Tottenham is Ashley Phillips, who played for Stoke last year. Now, I know Stoke didn't do very well and finished just above relegation, but I can't really pin it against Ashley Phillips. I think the whole team for Stoke was just a bit of a letdown, so I don't think we can write that player off just yet. And again, with the links to Tottenham, he could be a fantastic player for us to bring in, and the familiarity with Mason again would come in handy. A lot of these you're going to notice are going to be Spurs youth players, because I think Ryan Mason is going to potentially bring in the Spurs youth coach with him, and I think that if we could do that and then bring in a couple of Spurs youth players, I think we'd do really well. Obviously, I know the EFL rule is only 4 loan players from one club, so we've got to be really astute with who we bring in. Now in midfield, I think Jason Malumbi really, in my opinion, needs to be made captain. I say this to my old man every day. He's that sort of player in midfield that's got the gritty determination to do everything, get rough, get nasty. And I think he's got that bit of passion that we really need as a captain. And I think that's possibly why I would make him captain. Mo, I think, has lost his legs a little bit in midfield. While he's fantastic, he a big, powerful midfield, he just gets overrun too quickly. And I think that's possibly why, again, we could probably look at bringing in somebody like Jamie Donley, a Tottenham Academy product, always. Impressed during his loan spell at Leyton Orient with 8 goals and 10 assists. A loan move to the Championship could accelerate his development and add that dynamism to our midfield that we're really missing. We need somebody with Isaac Price potentially to play the balls. I think with Malumbi, Price and one more, I think we'd do really well in that midfield three. And then really we need a striker and potentially another winger. If Fellows was to go, then obviously we should be looking at that. But up front, obviously there's rumours that we're looking at Laurent Shankland. The prolific striker has recently run out of contract at Hearts. He netted 68 goals over 3 seasons, and his experience in finishing could be invaluable to us. While he's towards the latter end of his career, being 29, I think again bringing in a bit of experience couldn't hurt up front with DK and Madja, and potentially, if Madja goes or if DK gets injured, then we are going to need somebody to step up. Last year we had Will Lankshear on loan, and potentially I would look at bringing him back. Is the familiar there? He really looked like he got the potential to score the goals and get into the positions, and I really think, give him another season with somebody like Ryan Mason and play to his strengths, I think it would be fantastic. I think the problem was when we were playing him, it was almost like he was playing a little bit off the striker, but he did look really good. And I think, without Adam Armstrong, I think he could be the focal point. It worked well with DK, and I think it will work well with Lankshear as well. Now, over on the wing, there's been a lot of rumours and a lot of talk, and I think this would be an absolute immense signing if we could get him. Mikey Moore from Tottenham's youth setup. He's been linked with a move. His agility and flair could thrive under Mason. And can you imagine, him playing on the wing with either Johnston or just somebody, in with him with Price, them two linking up together? I think that could be a really, really strong team. And let's not forget this Championship this season probably isn't the strongest. Leicester are going to be starting on a minus 12 points difference. Wrexham have just come up, who we're not sure how they're going to perform. Charlton have come up, and again, they're in turmoil, so we're not going to know how they perform. Blues have come up, and I think Blues are going to do very, very well this year. As much as it pains me to say it, I think they're going to do fantastic. The teams that have come down, Ipswich, they've got Alex Palmer, who for us was probably the best keeper in the Championship. He won Golden Glove, so they're going to be there or thereabouts. Southampton coming down again, they're going to be there or thereabouts. Sunderland going up, they always do well against us. Michael Carrick has just been sacked from Middlesbrough, so they're going to struggle, I believe, without Michael Carrick. They did really well under him. Sheffield United are going to be there or thereabouts. It's going to be 3 or 4 teams, and then it's going to be everybody else. So I think this season should be a good season for us. So, with strategic signings needed due to funds and the integration of promising talents, we can really build a squad capable of challenging promotion this year. Ryan Mason's connections and philosophy offer a fresh direction. We can look forward to an exciting season ahead. Let me know, guys, who do you think we should be looking at? Have you got your eyes on anybody that Albion should try and take? Let me know. And always remember to smash that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to stay up to date with everything I'm doing. I'm trying to release about 3 videos a week. If you've got any ideas for a video you'd like to see, leave it in the comments as well. Thanks for tuning in, and I will catch you all in the next episode. Bye-bye, Baggies fans.